Hi Callie, hi Gwendolyn. Whoa buddy. A lot has happened in the last 3 weeks, and I could probably make 3 separate videos for everything that's happened, but I will try to just give you the highlights. So the highest highlight was getting married. I was so glad that you guys both got to be with us in the woods for the wedding. Alex told me on the honeymoon, he was like, that was my first time meeting Gwendolyn. And I kind of forgot that you guys had never met, so that's awesome. Obviously, there were points while I was wedding planning that were very stressful, but on the day of the wedding, all I had to do was just show up and let people do my hair and makeup and make me beautiful. And everybody else, our little team of family and friends, did all of the work and all the decorating, and just got to hang out with my best friends and get ready with them. There was a little bridal cottage that was right behind the ceremony spot. I don't know if you guys ever saw it because it was kind of hidden by the foliage, but it was literally right behind the ceremony spot. And it was just the cutest little cottage. And we had a lot of fun listening to music and telling stories and just laughing all day long. I was really happy and excited on the day of the wedding, but I kind of had, butterflies and nerves right up until the point where I saw Alex for the first time. We did sort of like a first look photo before the ceremony. We didn't go traditional where he didn't see me until no, we didn't do that. And so after I saw him, things just kind of melted into magic. There were a couple different points throughout the day where I felt like a spazzy Disney princess. Number one was right before the ceremony, just a couple minutes before the ceremony. I was in the bridal cottage. For some reason, I was only with the photographer, and a bird flew into my hair and perched onto my flower crown, but was flapping its wings all spazzily, and I felt like Sleeping Beauty or Snow White, but also I was terrified that it was going to peck my eyeballs out. I don't know why that was the specific fear, but that's what it was. And then after the fact, it was whoa, a bird just flew onto my crown and perched. That's kind of magical. I also heard that there was a little mouse that ran onto the moss aisle before the ceremony, and someone picked it up by the tail and put it on a tree trunk. And I also heard that there was a butterfly that floated above Alex and I scenically during the ceremony. So it definitely felt like a woodland wedding. I wanted to tell you a quick story. I'm not sure if I've told you this before, but at the ceremony spot, you guys obviously saw the big wood clock with moss clock numbers, and the reason why it was there is because normally above the altar is this Japanese symbol, and it's an incomplete circle that represented or was a symbol for completeness or something like that, completeness. And we just were should it be a symbol for completeness? But anyway, it just, it's, whatever. It's a nice symbol or whatever. It just didn't really fit in with the aesthetic of the wedding. And, we wanted it to be magical, not only for us, but for everybody that was there. And so my mom was thinking we could do some sort of wreath or a garland or something. But instantly in my head, I just sort of saw a clock. So I remember kind of being with Alex one day, and it was just us, and we were kind of talking about the Japanese symbol, and then I was like, what if we build a clock? And he was like, what? And I was like, what if we build a clock? And he was like, what? And I was like, what if we built a clock? And his dad is in home remodeling, and he builds anything and everything. And so he was all over it and built it pretty quick, and hung it above the altar, and it was just beautiful. We're thinking about turning it into a table at some point, and putting a sheet of glass over it, and then actually turning it into a clock that actually functions, so we can have a table clock. I don't know. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. But we had so much fun at the wedding, and we loved watching the video that you guys made. We watched it while we were in Chile, and we just kept going, "Aw, aw." And so that was really fun to watch. The birdseed tunnel, man, our little birdseed farewell, we loved that so much. We knew it was going to be fun, but we didn't know it was going to be so just like blissful. And my hair was so teased that I had birdseed like in my scalp for days. Like I would find it on my bed sheets while we were in Chile. Like it just didn't. There still might be some in there. I'm not really sure. Chile was amazing. Everyone was so friendly and so nice. We got to explore 3 different regions. Santiago, Valdivia, and the Patagonian rainforest. So we kind of got to have a little sampler of Chile. The ultimate destination was the Magica Montaña Resort, which was as amazing as we thought it would be. It made us feel like very happy hobbits. Alex and I thankfully learned that we travel very well together. He is very savvy. I like to think that I'm decently savvy at travel. I sort of was the communicator because I'm so fluent in Spanish. And he handled the money and figuring out the exchange rate and all of that. Which I was thankful for. Honeymoon was such an adventure. We got to go zip lining, we got to go hiking, we got to go exploring, we got to practice Spanish. It made me feel even more excited to do lots of world travel with Alex. 2 days after we got back from our honeymoon, I started my new job as a temporary content writer for the Pierce County Library System. Another fun fact, I am sitting in my rocking chair on our balcony at our new condo. Not sure how long we're going to be here, but we love it. And this is the moss terrarium that Dandy made for me. And it's basically beautiful. Also, this sign, Water Over Roadway, was a sign that I may or may not have borrowed from the city of Edgewood. It was my Valentine's Day gift to Alex because he loves driving through puddles. So when there's water over roadway, that's when he just goes nuts and drives through them. Gwendolyn, it looks like your trip was amazing. I hope that you got to totally geek out with other Rembel lovers. Hope you are both enjoying your summers. Seems like you are both kind of settling back in after all of your adventures. I hope you're surviving the wretched heat, and I hope that you have a great week.